Hello everybody, my name is Beans, I'm Australian, and this is Minecraft. Today we are going to be making a villager breeder in this survival world and all the things that go along with that. So we start with the breeder, then we make a zombification chamber, I suppose, and then finally we'll make a trading hall, and that will complete the villager setup. We've been in this world a couple times before. I made my starter house, and then I made some crop farms over here. If you want to check out those videos before you watch this one, I'll link them up in the cards. So what I've done is I've just extended the pathway from my setup to around here, and then I've started sort of blocking out where I'd like the breeder to go and the zombification chamber to go and the trading hall to go, and I've even started looking at some color palettes. I have updated this world to 1.19. So we have the wonderful packed mud blocks, which I think will go in really well with this color palette that I've been using. And then up here, I'm thinking of using some brown terracotta, dark oak wood, and some normal terracotta and bricks. And then down here, I haven't laid it out yet, but I am thinking of using sandstone, birch, jungle, and spruce wood. But the buildings come later. First of all, we have to make this breeder. So I've sort of made the building like the size of a breeder, but I'm actually gonna make it like 2 blocks this way. And because it's in the ground, you won't see it. So I'm just gonna make a 5x5 hole here. And I'm gonna dig this maybe like 5 blocks into the ground. So basically what we're going to be doing is changing the floor to dirt to create a carrot farm, which the villagers are going to look after, and it's going to make them breed. So covering it with dirt, water in the center, and then I'm going to put carrots in all of these places, hoe the ground, all that fun stuff. I think we're going to go this way into the mountain to collect the villagers, and then they'll go up the hill towards that way where the zombification chamber is going to be. So this is going to be a bit destructive, but we're going to have to remove all of this. There's going to be beds there, and then the villagers are going to be like, beds, it's sleep time, and then they're going to run here, but they're actually going to fall down into a water stream. And it would have been really nice if I actually remembered to bring water down. So they're going to fall down into this water stream, and they're going to get carried down here, and we're going to just go until this water runs out, which will be at the point where we drop them into a 1x1 little hole. So that's the point where we drop them, and we'll get some glass for that so we can see where they are in there. But at the moment, what we're going to do is grab a bunch of trapdoors and just layer here with trapdoors so that the villagers think that they can get across, but in reality they won't, because they'll be open. And then what makes the adult villagers unable to get across is more trapdoors just here, and the adult trapdoors will be like, I'm gonna go there, but then they can't because there is trapdoors in the way. So this is basically the bare bones design for a villager breeder. We'll put in some beds for the villagers who are like, maybe they'll just be over here. Usually I put beds in like on the sides of the walls, but I think it'll be fine if there's just beds here. I'm going to make a staircase down and an entrance in so that I can get in for maintenance purposes. But other than that, this is pretty much the design. So what I've done is I've just sort of realigned it with where I plan the building to be. So I made it like 2 blocks over, but I've like taken up the space of the building by adding in a staircase so I can get down there from the entranceway. And then I've also linked up this with under here, which is where the villagers will drop into. And I just like did this by like making this bit, digging out a bit, and then like connecting up the coordinates, so meeting the chords this way and then this way, and then obviously like making the staircase. So what we need to do now is we need to finish off this little part of the building. First things first, we need to cover up this bit with some slabs that I've gotten, because it's not like under the building, so we need to cover it up with sand like that, and that looks a lot more natural now. And then for the rest of it, I think here we'll do the same thing. And then for the rest of this bit, I'm just going to put glass here. And the rest of the upstairs will be spruce slabs. Or this is like a wall, so it'll be like spruce plank blocks. But I'll cover the rest of this over with just some slabs. It's not the most beautiful interior, but maybe I can like slab that. That's not gonna work, is it? Oh, not really. Maybe if I want to get up, I can make a ladder in here. And we'll come back and build the building for the top of this later. But now we'll move on to the zombifier. So what I've done for the zombifier area is I've just dug this out just one block down. I've also lengthened the building a bit because we just didn't have enough space before. And I laid down some flooring, just simple spruce with some spruce strip logs and some oak logs. And here is where I decided to put the bubbler. So what I mean by bubbler, it's where the villagers are going to enter the building from the breeder. So they're going to pop up here with a water bubbler, and then they're going to hop onto a track that starts here, which we'll then press a button for, and it will start the whole thing. And I think this will be the spot where there'll be a zombie right here. Put some blocks down here. There'll be a zombie in here, and the villager will get zombified. So when the villager comes up through the bubbler, they'll sit here for a minute on the unpowered rail, and we can put workstations in front of it and whatnot, and give it a trade, and then it'll get zombified. And then I haven't thought this through very well. Maybe it'll sit here, and then we'll have it come through there. But I haven't given myself a lot of space to work with here. Maybe I will have a little bit of a play with the railing configuration, because what we want is we want a space for the villager to sit so we can trade with it, a space for it to get zombified, and then that needs to be in a loop. And then it needs to come out of the building so we can take it down to the trading hall. This is possibly the most annoying part of the process, so it takes a lot of trial and error, which isn't easy to do on camera. So what I've done is I have introduced a husk here. He has some cool armor. I've got him name tagged, and if I break this, he should not be able to get out because of this rail. He's a bit too tall for it. I think it's because there's a block here, but I think I should be able to remove that as long as there's one just there. But I'm not going to test that because that seems like a dangerous thing to do. So the villager will pop up here. I'm just waiting for the kelp to grow, and then I will go grab some soul sand. And then they'll come here, we can put in a thing in front of it, and then we can hit this button and it'll move over here where the villager will be zombified, and then it will go back around in a loop, sit here. We can fix it all up, do all the things. But now we just need to make the building for this and make the building for the breeder, and I think I will wrap it up there for this video. Next time we will have a shot at making a cool villager trading hall, but we will not have time for that this week. So the base framework I've been going with is this brown is like a foundation block, and I think it's going to go up 2 blocks from like the floor level. So I'm just alternating between dark oak planks and brown terracotta to give it a little bit of texture. And so I'm just gonna follow around this vague outline that I've put in. We'll add some more specific details later, but at the moment it seems like a pretty good baseline. So I just want to figure out now where I want the windows so that I can easily work around them. So I think there should be, maybe there should be 2 windows here on this wall. So we'll mark them out like that. I think they'll be tall windows. I want the entrance to be here. I'm really thinking like a slanted sort of like eave, or like a little like outcrop, and then a door, and that's held up by some fences. And then over here maybe another window, unless I don't really think that windows, I think higher windows will work up here. So maybe if we start planning this out, maybe windows here, because then that doesn't interfere with anything going on inside, and it looks good from the street view from this side. So around these windows, I'm just gonna like make the outline of it, and then I'll fill in the rest with terracotta and bricks. So that looks nice. We'll obviously decorate these and put like little pot plants out the front. This is also not part of the build. This is the color palette design. And then from this, we can clearly see like the windows. I think windows are a really pivotal part of the build, so that's why I make them first and plan out where they're going to be. And then I think we'll just sort of like douse the rest of this in terracotta and bricks. The only issue here is I don't know what to do for the roof. Like I think this could be really cute with like a slanted roof like that, or maybe even just like slabs going that way. Actually, that might look good. So we can have slabs going that way, and then down here we have the entrance. That could be good. So what I'm thinking here is slab, and then obviously this will be like overhung just a little bit, and another terracotta there. Something like that, and then over here we can have like the entranceway just like with that, and then have some spruce fences coming down from there, and have the entrance be just here. And I don't even really care that that's like down a bit. We can always add in like a nice little entrance bit here. Like that's kind of cute, I don't know. And even if we add like a fence there, or up here and then add a lantern below it, I think that's really cute. So now all that's left to do is finish this villager breeder house. I want it to be quite a low-lying, almost like a shack, I don't know, but I think it will be like a very solid looking shack. I think maybe like the corners are really like important here. So maybe like this. That's really tall, but like I'm not opposed to it. I think that this will end up being quite a like a flat roofed sort of build, so I don't know. Yeah, maybe if we do that, maybe if we leave it like this, I think that'll be good. That's not bad, honestly. I don't hate it. On another note, the breeder just straight up isn't working. Like, this guy, he's been going around like getting the crops. This guy over here, he just wants to leave. I am not convinced that he's like connected to a bed, so I'll have to sort that out at some point. And then what I think I want from this build is like, I want it to like be really intricate. Yeah, maybe I want like sandstone walls in here. I think that could be cute. Yeah, that's kind of cute, right? Maybe like stairs on top of the windows. I think that's cute, honestly. I really like that. And then I'll put in some glass in here, and I think that'd be really cute. I really like using different textures of sandstone to like achieve different effects, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, I really like these windows. I think they look like more rounded, and I think that that's a really nice touch. Maybe something like that. That's kind of cute. They're sort of like mirroring it, because I think what I want to do for this is just like a really like small like roof, slanted roof sort of thing. Or maybe even not. Maybe I could just like leave it. Honestly, leaving it is looking like a good option right now because I think that it will look fine on its own. But yeah, I kind of like how this is sort of like a narrow alleyway or like pathway. I really like it. I think it makes it look really cozy. I'm not that mad at this. I like it. I'm kind of not sold on the inside, but it's fine. The inside is less important. I don't think I'll come in here very often anyways. And obviously this wall won't have windows in it because there's like a sand mound. I think that this is kind of cute. I want to cover up the ceiling here and maybe add in some slabs up here because I think that it's like a bit jarring having like a whole 1 block difference. So maybe we'll add in some slabs. Yeah, I think that looks good. Maybe we'll add in some slabbing up here. But I do also want to add in some trapdoors with that to make it look a little bit more textured. Like I do this a lot. I interchange between slabs and trapdoors to give build a little bit more texture. So I'm just going to alternate in sort of like a checker pattern between slabs and trapdoors from the side as well. I think that that's like a really nice shape. I want to add a little bit onto here though, like continue this out just so it looks a little bit more supported, and then we'll slab over the ceiling of in here so that it's not open to the sky. We'll add in the glass here, and I think it's really important to challenge yourself when you're building, especially in survival, because it's so easy to just build the same thing over and over again. But I think with these new builds that I'm creating and in this like desert context, it's been a real challenge to build things that fit the context and that I'm comfortable building. So I've been really challenging myself to build things that I wouldn't typically think of and use color palettes that I like but wouldn't usually use to create things that just, they look really good. I'm really happy with this build and I'm really happy with this one. I think that they both fit the context really well, and they are color palettes that do fit in with like the rest of the area and the style. So I'm really happy with these. So what we've ended up with is a nice villager breeder that is currently not functioning, but I'm sure I'll sort that out soon. We have a villager collection system where we can then collect the villagers and they'll go on the rail through here. They will pop up in here through the zombification chamber, get zombified, and then we will make the villager trading hall and access to that next time. And these contraptions are cased into beautiful desert shacks that fit with the rest of the survival single player world that this is. If you did enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you very soon for a new video.